Hello student, today we are going to learn the very important chapter from H.A. Robert Philosophy, The Principles and Art of Cure by Homeopathy, from which we are going to learn the first chapter, that is, what has homeopathy to offer the young man. Student, as we are the student of homeopathy and as we selected homeopathy as a branch of medicine for our career point of view, then it is very important to know what has homeopathy to offer the young man, isn't it? Let us start the proper lecture. What has homeopathy to offer the young man? What has homeopathy to offer the young man as a future? This question comes to us repeatedly, and in our changing economic conditions, it is a pertinent question. Yes, it is pertinent means it is a relevant question. Student, when you selected homeopathy as to build up our career, and you must know it is a very important branch of medicine, and the medicine there are the basic principle of medicine. First one is prevention. Therefore, one should teach a lifestyle conducive to health. Second is a premium non nocere, that means do not harm. This principle comes from Hippocrates. The fourth largest cause of death today is prescription, and therefore this prescription of drugs and medical errors, this should be avoided from your practice. Third is tolicism. Tolicism means, every one of you know, remove the cause, remove the disease. That is, remove the cause of disease instead of just treating the symptoms. It is very important. Until and until you don't remove the cause of disease remain, or the exciting, whenever the exciting or maintaining cause remain, then disease would not be cured properly. Then fourth important principle of medicine is vis mediatrix naturae. Vis mediatrix naturae means it is a healing power of nature. Nature endowed us with a very specific quality of restore by and through its own energy of vital force. Therefore, whatever is the medicine we select for the treatment point of view, it should not harm the integrity of the body, and the forces of healing can be used to help the organism to heal itself. And fifth and very important principle of medicine is holism. That is, the person must be seen as a whole. The person is not an aggregation of organs, and therefore the sick person is not a disease organ, but a person with a history and in interaction with their environment. Therefore, while treating your patient, you should have knowledge that the person is a part of this nature, and continuously there is an interaction with his environment, available environment, and therefore by the very careful case taking, it is a duty of physician to take the whole concern of the case and select a very proper medicine for the patient. To be a good homeopath, you must know nature and science. So friends, the first aphorism of the Organon of Medicine, Dr. Hahnemann says, the high and only mission of the physician is to restore sick to health, to cure, as it is termed. This means there is no other important work rather than the cure of the patient or serving the patient by giving relief to his suffering. And in the same time, in the aphorism number 2, he also describes, or which is the aphorism number 2 is deals with the highest adl of cure. And subsequently in 3rd aphorism, Dr. Hahnemann describe, in order to achieve this goal, that is a mission and the cure, the physician must know how to use and apply the forces of nature, that is known medicine, and their action, and how to use it to heal disease gently and effectively. Therefore, the physician needs to understand all aspects of human nature, from the gene to the psyche, and must be able to understand the phenomena of the disease from beginning to end. And therefore, whenever you selected this homeopathy as a career, you should very well acquainted with the all principle and law of homeopathy, isn't it? Let us try to understand the opinion of Dr. H. Robert regarding the homeopathy as a career. Let us start. What has homeopathy to offer the young man as a future? This question comes to us repeatedly, and in our changing economic conditions, it is a pertinent question. Pertinent means it is a relevant question. Yes, as in this advanced age, everyone has a freedom to select his favorable branch as a career, and as we selected homeopathy as a career, then the question is that whether this career really help us to fulfill our daily needs, and in this modern age, whether homeopathy is a branch of medicine which produce or which offer you everything which we desire, isn't it? And therefore it is very relevant question कि as you select this homeopathy as a career, then it is able to provide everything which you need, isn't it? Perhaps we can get at the problem best by asking the young man the counter question, what do you want to get out of life? Yes, rather than to blame on homeopathy or to suspicious regarding the very successful career built up in homeopathy, you have to, or the H. Robert ask a counter question, that is, what do you want to get out of life? Yes, what is your desire, what is your goal, what is your mission, what is your object out of life? Only his honest reply to the question can throw any light upon his adaptability to homeopathy, and only upon an honest consideration of his adaptability can we prophesy what homeopathy has to offer him. Yes, it is a prophecy, means it is a prediction about what will happen. Have you got this? Whenever we ask a counter question to the young man, what is your expectation from homeopathy? Then different, according to the individual characteristic feature, the different psyche, there are different questions, or the every person gives importance to different, or the priorities of the different persons are different, and therefore somebody somebody desire for knowledge, somebody desire, or as a homeopathy is a therapeutic system, the homeopath or the physician desire to cure their patient effectively, and somebody desire for money, somebody desire for fame, somebody desire to adapt this knowledge for educating other people, or build up their career in academics, or somebody desire to seeking job in various other branches of medicine, or somebody interested in research work also. Therefore, there different persons have different goals of their life, and whatever is the answer narrated by the patient, it reflect the prophecy, that means it reflect the prediction what will happen to the particular patient. So it is what homeopathy offer to the young man, it is totally depending upon what he desire from homeopathy, isn't it? Why he is thinking of studying medicine? Yes, prior to this you ask the question, why you are interested to study medicine, or why you are selected the medicine branch of medicine for your career point of view. Then whatever is the answer given by young person, it definitely reveal the what homeopathy has to offer it, the young man. Let us see the next paragraph. Is he lazy, and does he consider a profession an easy way to earn a living? Yes, if somebody thought that it is very easy profession and very easily he can secure money from this profession and live easily without much effort in life, without much laborious work in life, he can secure the money from this profession as well as name and fame. Does he look upon medicine as a profession to be sought because of its honorable place in the community, or as a position to be desired to secure a standing in society? Yes, you know, physician is next to God, and the physician is considered, and it is truth nowadays in the you can say in COVID-19 condition, definitely the all health workers are next to God, not next to God, but they are God for us, and the physician play very important role in this very highly dangerous and infectious condition, isn't it? Therefore you must give the very honorable place in our society. And definitely, rather than this such type of very critical condition in everyday life, also the physician has a honorable place in society, and therefore in order to secure this honorable place in community, or somebody selected this profession. Has he an ambition to be held as a great surgeon or bacteriologist? Yes, somebody helm is called to, it is somebody ambition may be called as a great surgeon or bacteriologist. Yes, somebody desire for a great surgeon or bacteriologist. It may be the aim of some individual. Is he thinking first of the possible financial return? Yes, money matter is always there, and somebody may think about to secure the money from this or out of this profession. If he would use his foothold as a physician for a life to ease, for a position in the community or in society, for a mean of obtaining fame or wealth, homeopathy offers him little that he would care to accept. Yes, it is very important assertion given by H. Robert that if anybody use his foothold means support or footing, म्हणजे जो एखाद्याने आपल्या पायावर उभं राहण्यासाठी जर म्हणजे supported for his life as a physician for a life of ease, if he consider it is very easy life, or a position in the community, or in spite of this easiness there is also the high position in community or in society, or for a mean of obtaining fame or wealth, or it is a very easy way to secure fame and wealth as well, homeopathy offers him little that he would care to accept. Yes, if we select the homeopathy as a career with this all hopes, then homeopathy offers him little. Yes, prior to serve the homeopathy you only expect too much, there are the too much expectation from homeopathy. Then homeopathy would be give the higher position in society or community, it would give the fame and wealth. Then along with this expectation, whenever physician tried to foothold in society, then homeopathy offers him little that would care to accept. Yes, it is accept that it is homeopathy not offer too much to those physicians who already behold all these expectations from homeopathy. How does he react to the fads of the day? The bulletins of the laboratories, the specious advertising of pharmaceutical houses, the glib talk of salesmen. Yes, the next paragraph is very much important, that how does he react to the fads of the day. Yes, how the physician is react to the environment nowadays or prevailing in the medicine, world of medicine. There are various fads of the day and the bulletins of the laboratories, that means the various other researches come out of these laboratories, and these bulletins are published frequently, and these are all impress the people or the physician. The specious advertising of pharmaceutical houses, and the glib talk of salesman. Salesman means it is a medical representative, MR. The MR, whatever is the situation of modern days, the whole world of medicine is overpowered by pharmaceutical company, and the pharmaceutical company is basically, it is a business, while the life of human being or the health of human being is not a business, isn't it? While pharmaceutical company only work for securing the money and only money, and therefore various other techniques are applied by them. There are the advertisement, there is bulletin, there are different type of claims, there are different type of arguments, and all these are, whenever this physician impressed by all these things which are from the pharmaceutical company, and the glib means it is very shallow, or it is not very which has not have a depth, you can say, isn't it? Then whole world of medicine is depending on the salesmanship, how the salesman or how the MR is successful to impress the physician. And if being homeopath, you are all impressed on this glib talk of salesman. Yes, today, nowadays there are various companies in homeopathic laboratories are developed, isn't it? And they prepared their own combinations, isn't it? And you know, Hahnemann was already against for the polypharmacy. In spite of this homeopathic principle, and totally all these pharmaceutical company of the homeopathy, these are all violate the rule of this polypharmacy, and they make various combination for the specific disease condition. And if we are come under the influence of this pharmaceutical company and the glib talk of salesman, then you are also try to use all these combinations, isn't it? And which is against the rule of homeopathy. It is against the rule of similia, and therefore it is a dangerous condition. And if you crazy for the fads of the day, isn't it? नवीन ज्या गोष्टी येतात त्याला जर आपण इम्प्रेस होत असू आणि निव्वळ पैसा कमावण्यासाठी फार्मास्युटिकल कंपनीचा जो बिझनेस आहे त्याचा जर आपल्यावर इन्फ्लुएन्स होणार असेल तर ही फार वाईट गोष्ट आहे. डज ही बिलीव्ह दॅट कोलाइड्स आर इट इज अ potentization, after all homeopathic potentization, or he is convinced that colloidal preparations are but recent and crude imitation of homeopathic potentization, which are inferior, so far uncertain in their effect than proven homeopathic medicine. Yes, colloids means mixtures which are prepared by adding different type of homeopathic medicine in one bottle. And if you believe the colloids are nothing but the homeopathic potentization, then you are definitely wrong. Or if is he convinced that colloidal preparations are but the recent and crude imitation, yes, it is a recent, it is very scientific and it is modern, then it is a imitation of homeopathic potentization. It is just like a homeopathic medicine, while it is very much inferior and far more uncertain in their effect, because there is no specific proving made by the pharmaceutical company of these combinations, combination made for the specific disease. and therefore these are inferior than the proven homeopathic remedy. Therefore, never come under the influence of these different type of combinations which are prepared by the pharmaceutical houses. If he replies to your question of his idea of the direction of his future, so that it leads you to think that he looks upon sick humanity as suffering man and woman, that he has a burning desire to serve them, to help them to better health and therefore greater usefulness and happiness, then you may be sure there is a sound foundation upon which you may build a plan of life in which homeopathy will offer him great reward. Yes, it is very important paragraph that when homeopathy offer much, or when homeopathy will offer him great reward, and for that whatever the qualities he has to secure. If the physician, or if the young man replies to your question of his idea of the direction of his future, so that it leads you to think that to looks upon sick humanity, that means whatever is his view regarding the sick humanity as suffering man and woman, that he has a burning desire to serve them. Yes, if you would be a physician, then you must have a desire to serve the sick humanity. It is only the mission of physician, isn't it, which Hahnemann described in the first aphorism. Then what will be the mission of the physician? Desire to serve them. This service and how to serve. There is no palliation, there is no suppression of the disease, but offer the total health. It is a service, serve to them to help them to better health and therefore greater usefulness and happiness. Yes, by providing or by the restoration of the health, what would be it is a usefulness and happiness. Yes, it is created by the patient's life or through the patient life. This happiness, establishment of his happiness is very much important. And then you may be sure there is a sound foundation upon which you may build a plan of life. Yes, if the person reply like this, he have a burning desire to serve the sick humanity, then you should be considered that his foundation is based on a sound or the proper foundation. Then homeopathy will offer him great reward. You know, the various other social worker like Baba Amte or his son Vikas Amte or the Prakash Amte, they have their specific goal and have a burning desire to serve the sick humanity, isn't it? And that's why they are not practice the medicine to secure money, isn't it? In spite of that, they got everything from the medical science, isn't it? Only by their burning desire to serve the sick humanity. There are so many people in our community who are not live only for life, only for money or fame, but their goal or the vision of life is very much different than the all human being or all the people. We can proceed further with our probing to his character and abilities. Determine what homeopathy has to offer him by finding out what he has to offer homeopathy. Yes, it is let us can proceed forward further with our probing. Probing means it is a investigate very closely of his character and abilities. Then you have to find out what his character is and his abilities to determine what homeopathy has to offer him. By finding out what he has to offer homeopathy, yes, by assessing his character and ability, first thing is prior to whatever homeopathy offers to him, it is very interesting to know what he has to offer homeopathy. होमिओपॅथी त्याला काही देण्याच्या आधी तो होमिओपॅथीला काय देऊ शकतो, त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचं कॅरेक्टर कसं आहे, त्याची ॲबिलिटीज काय आहे हे बघणं खूप महत्त्वाचं ठरेल. कारण कोणालाही होमिओपॅथी ते देणार नाही, म्हणजे जे त्याला पाहिजे ते तेव्हाच मिळेल की जेव्हा त्याच्यामध्ये ते स्पेसिफिक कॅरेक्टर्स आहेत. वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट इसेन्शियल नाव दॅट we are convinced of his unselfish desire to serve is to determine whether he has stability. Yes, the first characteristic or whatever the first character, it should be secured that whatever the qualities of the physician is the unselfish desire to serve. Yes, it is without the expectation of money matter. He has a burning desire to serve the sick humanity. Is to determine whether he has stability, and you should assess the stability or the patience of the person. If he is mercurial temperament, you know mercurial temperament, Mercury is Mercury, how the Mercury, behavior of the Mercury, it is very easily high up and goes down according to the external the temperature of the external environment. That means by the influence of the external environment, his temperature or should not be a high one or it should not be low one, it should be in the control. That therefore the physician has to develop the patience. If he is mercurial in temperament, तर त्याचा पारा लवकर खालीवर होत असेल, म्हणजे बाहेरच्या गोष्टींनी किंवा वातावरणामध्ये तो लवकर रिॲक्ट होत असेल, इझिली रिॲक्ट टू द एक्सटर्नल एन्व्हायरमेंट और व्हेरी इझिली चेंज हिज, देर इज नो पेशन्स. इम्पॉर्टंट इज इफ देर इज नो पेशन्स, easily influenced and find it difficult to hold a straight course, always seeking the easiest way. Yes, he has no patience. If he has a desire to select the easy way, do not encouraging him to study homeopathy. जर एखाद्या माणसाची जर कष्ट घेण्याची प्रवृत्ती नसेल तर त्यांनी होमिओपॅथी शिकण्याच्या भानगडीतच पडू नये असं रॉबर्ट म्हणतोय. कारण होमिओपॅथी, if you study the life of Dr. Hahnemann, you know that at every step he has to face with difficulties. Every step there is hurdles, but out of these hurdle he walk forward and very darely and courageously. Then this courage is very important thing which every homeopath has to seek, because it is the only thing, or the patience is the only thing, or the, you can say, the patience and desire and not select the easy way. It is very important to be a successful homeopath. If you lose your temper, if you very much impatient, then every step there is no success. You can't get success if you are impatient, because for every step, from the case taking, for the analysis and evaluation, to make the totality, to select a proper medicine, to select a potency, proper potency, you have you have to work, or it is a very difficult task, and therefore it is not an easy way. you have to repertorize, very tedious work is there, and after the prescription of medicine you have to wait for the action of medicine, isn't it? And for that you have to secure a different skill, and very you have to work hard. And if you have not much that much type of patience there, then you lose your temper, and therefore you don't get the proper effect from the medicine, isn't it? And therefore if you don't have a patience, if you don't have the hardship or desire to hardship, then H. Robert advise you that don't study homeopathy. सरळ सरळ सांगितलं की ज्याची कष्ट घेण्याची प्रवृत्ती नाही त्यांनी होमिओपॅथी करिअर म्हणून सिलेक्ट करू नये. होमिओपॅथी इज फाउंडेड अपॉन प्रिन्सिपल्स दॅट आर इन टर्न फाउंडेड अपॉन नॅचरल लॉ. का बरं त्यांनी असं म्हटलेलं आहे? लेट अस ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट इज होमिओपॅथी. Homeopathy is founded upon principles that are in turn founded upon natural laws. If homeopathy is founded upon natural law, it is as basic, as eternal as hills. More natural laws were formulated before the hills came into being. Yes, this homeopathy has very firm principle, isn't it? And these are all as firm as hill, as these are the natural law, and therefore you should be very well acquainted all these principles which are the natural law. If man follows where homeopathy leads, he must be able to follow those laws and to hold close to them regardless of the pressure of influence. Yes, if you want to be a successful homeopath, and if you want to you want the maximum regain from homeopathy, then the first quality you should be secure that if you follow homeopathy, then if a man follows where homeopathy leads, that means if a man desire to follow homeopathy or being a homeopath, then he must be able to follow all those laws. Then he should be very well acquainted all these law and principle of homeopathy, and the physician must understand the dynamic aspect of life, health and disease, and he should be without any influence without any influence from the environment, that is the effect of the allopathic medicine or the combination of the homeopathy and allopathy, like all these very mongrel sect like behavior, it is totally avoided by the physician, and he should be very honest for the application of this law, and he stick up to this law and hold close to them regardless of the pressure of influence. जर किती कोणीही सांगितलं की ती बाहेरचं प्रेशर म्हणजे you desired, or if you are impatient, then you try to apply the another system of medicine along with the homeopathic medicine, and it is a frequent possibility while practicing medicine, that is practicing homeopathy specifically, the pressure of influence of the allopathic medicine. Then regardless the influence of the pressure of the influence of the allopathic medicine, you should avoid and stick up to the law, believe on homeopathy principle and law. This stability of character must have with it, and in equal measure, the quality of patience. Yes, you should have enough patience while practicing homeopathy. In ordinary medicine, the quality of patients seemingly is not so necessary. In ordinary medicine means it is in allopathic practice, such type of patients is not required. There are number of you can say choices are there, and therefore because this allopathic practice is not based on fixed principle, and therefore they can easily jump from one theory to another theory, and it is their habit. While therefore H. Robert told you that in ordinary medicine the quality of patients seemingly is not so necessary, since we too frequently find that in extreme cases where things have taken an undesirable course, the physician confirms himself that everything possible has been done for the patient. Yes, in what happened in the allopathic practice, try to understand. In ordinary medicine, the quality of patients seemingly is not so necessary. If the favorable effect are not created by so and so medicine, then they suddenly change the medicine. Nowadays also in this epidemic or pandemic of COVID-19, there is no specific medicine for or there is no specific treatment recommended for the treatment of this coronavirus. While treating the patient, if there is no effect from this regular treatment of antibiotics, they try to use the another medicine, or by seeing the effect of coronavirus on body, they frequently change their theory of treatment. Sometimes they use the malaria drug of malaria, sometimes they use the bacteria antibiotic, sometimes they use the medicine of cancer also, and sometimes they use the medicine which are used in the treatment of AIDS. That means no fixed strategy applied by the allopathic point of view. If there is not a favorable result, then they immediately change their treatment or change the plan of treatment, but and try to they try to save the life of the patient by changing the medicine frequently. And what happens, since we too frequently find that in extreme cases where things have taken an undesirable course, the physician confirms himself that everything possible has been done for the patient. Yes, as there is a lack of principle and lack of this law, the plan of treatment is frequently changed, and they thought that, and they assert that whatever he has to do for the betterment of the patient, everything possible has been done for the patient, isn't it? जो करना है, वो जो पेशेंट के अच्छे के लिए जो भी करना था वो सब हम कर चुके हैं, because every time they do the experiment on patient, isn't it? Every time there is trial on the patient with different type of medicine, whether this medicine give favorable effect, whether, or if it is not possible, then select the another medicine. This type of experimentation is continuously going on the patient, and it is just like a play with the life of the patient, because their treatment is not based on the fixed principle, isn't it? Therefore, and what is the and exactly what happened in homeopathy, it is exactly opposite. In homeopathy, one of our greatest axiom is, when in doubt, don't, isn't it? Yes, in allopathic treatment there is only trial and error, but no fixed principle, not a determinate plan, isn't it? While in homeopathy, when in doubt, don't. That means if you are very much fixed, or if you are firm, confirm, then only you can, isn't it? If there is doubt, you don't. here we differ from allopathy to homeopathy, differ from allopathy. The homeopathic physician must be able to plan his course and once having determined upon it. Yes, homeopathic, what is the procedure of selection of medicine in homeopathy? We take the case taking of the patient and select the most similar remedy to the patient, and once we selected the medicine for the patient, we never change, because it is whatever is the medicine selected, it is by the principle of similia. According to the law of similia, the medicine which exhibit the maximum similarity to the totality of the patient, we select only these medicine. This medicine, the homeopathic physician must be able to plan his course and once having determined upon it, determine the medicine, once he oriented on the medicine according to the law of similia, to stick to it until he has find good reason for changing his course. He must be able to wait. Yes, we are not going to frequently change our medicine. If it is not favorable, then let us take the another, let us take another, let us take another. It is not a way. But once you determine your plan of treatment, once you diagnose the medicine perfectly, then it is no way to change the medicine frequently. You have to stick up your decision, your selection, and after the administration of this similar medicine or more similar medicine, you have to predict whether it you have to predict it definitely act, because it is selected on a fixed principle, nature's law, and therefore it is definitely going to act, and therefore you must be able to wait. Yes, the very determinant action of the similar medicine, it is able to cure your patient. This modus operandi of homeopathy, you should believe on the modus operandi of the similar medicine, isn't it? If you totally believe on homeopathy, if you totally believe on the homeopathic principle, then you must have a patience for wait, isn't it? You have to wait until and until the favorable effect not manifested by the patient. And the man who consider homeopathy as a possible future must be a student of people and willing to become a student of philosophy. Yes, a man who consider homeopathy then as a possible future must be a student of people. Why he should be a student of people? Because he have to face with the different people, different individual, and handle and take the case taking, isn't it? For the effectual case taking, he must have a knowledge of different type of personalities, how the different type of personalities react to the adverse situation, what will be the result out of their action, and therefore the knowledge of psychology, you can say. Yes, it is nowadays it is included in your syllabus also, only for this aim, that is the homeopath should be a student of people. He should able to read, he should able to read the faces, he should able to read the or to know the emotion from his eyes or facial expression, his body language, and in this way he should be well acquainted with the psychology and the willing to become a student of philosophy. Yes, what do you mean by philosophy? The philosophy is nothing but it is literally meaning of the philosophy is the love of wisdom. The philosophy means the love of wisdom. Now the question is, what is wisdom? The wisdom is the knowledge of what is true or right. Yes, the philosophy explains you what is true or right, knowing that appropriate to each situation, isn't it? Therefore the physician must be a philosopher one, or the student of philosophy. The wise person discern the right action in each situation. There is only one way. We need the, or we should be a student of philosophy, that you can work according or effectively in the available condition. He must be able to read between the true and false in any symptom. Yes, it is very important while case taking. You should be differentiate whether the treatment is true, whether the symptoms are true, whether the complaints are true or false. You know, there are different type of patients explained by Dr. Hahnemann. For example, in aphorism number 96, Hahnemann explained the hypochondriac patient, isn't it? But in this explanation of the hypochondriac patient, Hahnemann told you that hypochondriac patient is not a fake patient, isn't it? Hypochondriac patient is only who has a very excessive anxiety regarding his health, and that's why he narrate his complaint in an exaggerated manner, isn't it? And therefore you must able to read between the true and the false. But this hypochondriac patient are not the fake patient. There is a difference between the true patient and fake patient also, isn't it? Therefore H. Robert told you that he must be able to read between the true and the false in any symptoms the patient may give. Yes, you have a ability to assess whether or what is the true and the false symptom, what is the intensity of the symptom, or it is really in that extent in which way patient express, isn't it? The assessment should be there. He must possess a sense of value. Yes, he must have a sense of value, means what is his moral sense, or his moral is very much high. He must have a sense of values, otherwise he can't assess the deviation from the state of health. The state of, you know, the what do you mean by mental health and physical health also, the relation of the mental symptom and the physical symptom. Similarly, he must possess a sense of value, means how the mental symptoms are expressed by any healthy individual, and how there is a deviation of this sense, moral sense, and how the mental symptoms are developed, or deviation of the mental state, and how these symptoms are developed in deceased person, isn't it? This alteration of the sense of value which occurred in patient, you should first you have a knowledge, or you have a possession of the sense of value. तर फिजिशियनला सर्वात पहिले या मॉरल सेन्स नॉलेज, नुसतं नॉलेज नाही पाहिजे, तर त्यांनी ते अप्लिकेबल पण केलं पाहिजे. त्याला त्या जीवनातल्या जे काही व्हॅल्यूज आहेत त्याचं महत्त्व कळायला पाहिजे. अँड देन ही कॅन अप्लाय हिज सेन्स whether there is normal or abnormal. He must train himself to observe all those signs which the vital energy writes upon the human face. Yes, in aphorism number 83, Hahnemann explained the qualities of the physician, and in order to take the portrait of the case or the individual person who is in a disease condition. And the sign which the vital energy writes upon the human face. Yes, it is a very inevitable nature of the human being. Whatever he is thinking, it is all expressed on the human face, and the physician has ability to use his all sense organ very soundly. The sound senses, he quoted that sound senses, that means his all sense organ should be trained in very skillfully to observe all the changes occur on the human face while narrating the complaint. This expression, facial expression, these emotions from eyes, his body language is very important to note down. Then you can only assess whatever is a true and whatever is a false in symptom. And he must be able to interpret all signs which show through habits and circumstances into indication for the health restoring medicine which he has at his command. Yes, and apply all this his knowledge of the human being and collect all the symptoms from the sick individual while case taking. It is ability of the homeopathic physician and qualities of the homeopathic physician. Hours must be spent in patient study, tracing the course of the disturbance and the remedy to fit it, always basing the process upon the sound rock of natural law. Yes, he should apply his knowledge and take the very effectual case taking in order to individualize the patient and select a remedy. To a young man who is equipped and willing to undergo the training for his lifelong task, homeopathy has everything to offer. Yes, if this young physician or the young person has all these qualities, he has very skillfully trained and equipped and willing to undergo training of this lifelong task. If he desire to, and it is not enough to work only on a one case or two case, but it is a lifelong task. For the every case you have to you work hard, isn't it? And therefore it is a lifelong task. It is not have any limitation, isn't it? And therefore if you desire to acquire all these quality, that is you should have a knowledge of psychology, you have a earnest desire to or burning desire to seek humanity, and you have eminent patience, and all this quality, if you are equipped with all this quality and willing to undergo, if this quality is not inborn, isn't it? This you have to learn from, or you have to train from your educational center, but the willing to undergo, the will, first there is will, there is desire, and then you act accordingly. Therefore if you desire to serve the sick humanity, or desire to acquire all these quality which are necessary for the being a successful homeopath, then you should have a desire to be trained through a different center, isn't it? And therefore willing to undergo the training for this lifelong task. Homeopathy has everything to offer. Yes, if you desire, then homeopathy has everything to offer. If you work for homeopathy, if you work hard, if you desire hardship for homeopathy, then only homeopathy has everything to offer. जर तुम्ही होमिओपॅथीसाठी एवढे कष्ट घ्यायला तयार असाल, जर तिच्यासाठी एवढा त्याग करायला तयार असाल तर होमिओपॅथी तुम्हाला सर्व काही देईल जे तुम्हाला जीवनामध्ये पाहिजे आहे. तर काय हवं आहे आपल्याला? येस, लेट अस लर्न इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. वी विल बी कंटिन्यू in the next lecture, isn't it? Here we take a note of whatever is the characteristic feature of the homeopathic physician, or what should be the qualities of the homeopathic physician has to be acquired, isn't it? And further, the important is the burning desire for sick humanity. And if we have this burning desire to seek serving the human being, then only you are ready to perform any task, any hardship in our life. Okay, thank you.